Okay, we are starting off with some all-important news on the Saudi economy, which, as many know, is seeking to intelligently manage fluctuations in the price of oil as it continues full throttle into Vision 2030's diversification plans. Here on the back nine of the transformation, Saudi Finance Minister Mohammed Al-Jadaan said the kingdom would, quote, take stock, end quote, of its spending priorities in response to a significant decline in oil revenue. This is according to an FT report out yesterday. Riyadh plans to maintain its current pace of government spending despite facing widening budget and current account deficits, as well as rising debt levels, the minister told the FT. I mean, I'm going to interject here. That's sort of, we've talked about this on the show. Why wouldn't it do that? It's part of the vision, right? You're investing in diversification. So the whole point is that this doesn't matter in the future. A finance ministry spokesperson confirmed the comments to Reuters, adding, as long as the return on investment from additional expenditure is greater than the cost of the debt, then the kingdom will continue spending while maintaining the sustainability and health of public finance. If it means short-term deficits or short-term rises in debt-to-GDP ratios, that is something we can accommodate and will. Our fiscal position remains very strong and shall remain so. Jadaan told the newspaper that he would not be concerned about the deficit widening to 3, 4, or occasionally 5% of GDP as long as government spending supported non-oil growth. Non-oil economic growth is the kingdom's North Star, he said, and maintaining current spending levels aims to transform the economy in the long term over several decades. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, the comments really reflect one thing, which is there's a determination to stick to the plan. And I think that, just because there's going to be fluctuations, which obviously there will be variations in oil prices, when dealing with investments, there's going to be a risk, and you just need to stick with the plan because it makes sense. And those fluctuations are something that you're going to have to ride out when times are tough. I think, you're going to see returns. There are returns that have already been realized. There's so much growth happening in the non-oil economy. And it just means that we need to be resilient and stick the course. So I think it's a good thing, even if it can be misinterpreted as something negative, which people
I
love
think
to
you're
do.
seeing the same comments from Amin Nasser from Aramco, basically saying like, hey, this is the time to spend. We're spending now because we need to diversify. I mean, Aramco's obviously the proceeds from Aramco go to finance Vision 2030 and all the reforms going on, but they also are a private company that's public, or a public company that's publicly traded, and they also are its own kind of company. So they're doing the same thing. They're investing in VC. They're getting into new areas of growth for Aramco that requires money, like investments. So they're doing bonds, they're issuing debt because that's what they want to do. And that's how they see getting across the river, essentially. You also have Saudi Arabia investing heavily into refineries, and those investments, like over time, give it flexibility on the oil markets. I mean, the more that Saudi Arabia can refine locally, it gives it some control over exports. So, I mean, instead of directly selling crude oil to other refiners, it can refine itself and sell the products there. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just good because it's like a reminder. Hey, we're in the investment period here. Then there will be a returns period. So just everybody calm down. There's pressure, and I'm not sure where the pressure is coming from. The article noted pressure on the government. I mean, sure, look at the U.S., right? I mean, it's a different story, apples and oranges, right? But the U.S. is just all debt. So, it's okay to take on debt to finance what you want to have in the future. Anyway, cool.
Yeah, responsible debt for sure.